Good morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waking up, but well, not really. Anyway, I'm gonna be having these type of talks, right? Like I told you before, in my other commentary video, and basically, I'm gonna be talking about certain things every week, once every week, in this community, you know. And what I'm gonna be talking about today is about glitches, and this was never gonna be a topic, honestly. Like, it was never going to be a separate topic, because it is going to be spoken about in certain other videos, like other topics I'm going to be speaking of, but it was never meant to be a topic by itself until, you know, after sitting back and hearing certain things. I want to get a point across. Alright, now basically we're going to be talking about, let's just say, since when have glitches became a problem, right? Since when was glitches a problem? Now, I'm not saying that as in I favor glitches or anything, because some glitches are very questionable, and I'm not even one for glitches, period. You know, some of these glitches in Storm 4, I like them, like the support dash, the support jutsu, and the support item throw. I love those glitches a lot. You know, they're not even harmful, they're not even anything that can really take away from another player's gameplay. They're just something you have to be, I wouldn't even say really skilled to use it, but you have to, however way you can use it in your own way, and however way it can basically help you in your style, whatever. So anyway, but I'm saying basically, since when has glitches become a problem? Because this topic kind of basically, I want to get a point across to meta players, right? Because these complaints are mainly coming from meta players, and it's true. And like I said, I don't speak off of favoritism, and a lot of these players in the community speak off of favoritism or assault, meaning like, you know, stuff that they feel some type of way about because it's a problem for them, something that they can't really get past. Now, let's go down the history of Storm, right? About how meta was. And I honestly don't even know what changed, because it's just been the same. The reason it changed because of a certain thing that happened, you know? And to me, it's because of a certain player, Dark Mask, but I'll talk about that soon. Alright, so in Storm 3, right? Let's go to Storm 3 meta. You had glitches like the double jutsu, right? Where it's the character who can switch to awakening with the air jutsu can do that shit twice, like Nagato, Shino, Neji, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Those were banned and legit. You know what I'm saying? You had air tilts and shit. Air tilt was a glitch in the game, but it was never banned in anything because it wasn't seen as a problem. Now that's about to be a big thing too. We'll get to that. So yeah, air tilts was a glitch, but it was used in legit and meta. The team ultimate jutsu glitch, where, you know, if too close, you just caught like that, bam. Stun locks too was never a problem. Stun lock's been around in Storm 2. It's just that the capability, because the game was so limited and things you can do, it wasn't easy to pull these things off. But certain things like Storm 3, the relay made it possible. But anyway, yeah, so there goes your glitch right there. Anyway, oops, my bad, I was reading a message. But yeah, anyway, so in meta, basically meta, you played any way to win, right? You did anything to win. You basically play the game at its most cheapest level, technically, you know what I'm saying? You was using every broken aspect to win. Team Ultimate Glitches wasn't banned in the game, in meta. Air tilts was definitely not banned in meta, that shit wasn't even a problem. Double Awakening Jutsu or whatever was not banned either. All these things were allowed. Anything to win, that's basically what it was. Now, that's why the question is, since when have glitches become a problem? Now in Storm 4, yeah, we have the glitches like the support dash, the support combo, the support item toss, the infinite chakra, infinite awakening, the shuriken glitch, those glitches, right? And some of these are very questionable in terms of how unfair they are. But again, it all comes back to since when have glitches become a problem. Now, in my, from my aspect, from my view, because I see this game on a higher level than a lot of other players, and it's only sadly a couple other players who actually see how this game can be competitive and understand what it takes for it to be competitive. But, you know, not throwing any shade at anybody, I just speak off of truth and, you know, realism. But anyway, you have like the first three glitches I said in the beginning that I like. They're not even really a problem. Like I said, the support combo glitch, that can be questioned. You know, it has its brokenness because of certain characters. Basically, let's say it has its own tier list. It can be very annoying with certain characters like Madara, Sage Hashirama, Sage Kabuto. Certain characters can really fuck you over. And not to mention, it is kind of anti-counter, and anti-dashback, as in, like, say you're comboing your opponent and then he subs and then goes for a combo support glitch and you try to dash back at him and catch him. A lot of times you can get screwed over and just get hit by the support, and, you know, it kind of fucks you up, and it kind of really makes you have to switch up your gameplay a lot, and it kind of does make it unfair for you. You know, now let's just say this wasn't even really a problem at the beginning of the game. It honestly wasn't. But because of a player who made this basically the support combo his main technique and just abused the fuck out of it and kind of exploited it, it became a problem for players who couldn't handle. Because let's not even say it is because of that why they couldn't handle him. He's just a naturally great player, as a lot of you would know. You know, he's always been a top player and will always be a top player in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So him using that shit, yeah, it became very difficult because not anyone can use this glitch and be a problem like he was. It's not, you know, it's never gonna be that. It's just him. It's how he uses what, you know, he made it a problem. And a lot of people complained about it. You know, you had players like Pierre Matarazzo who came from Xbox who didn't like it, and he's a fucking, you know, full-blooded meta player. You know what I'm saying? That dude, he came from Xbox, and a lot of them, they play this shit. That's what they do. But, you know, and he was a big complainer, period, not throwing any shade to him, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even really like the dude personally like that. I could tolerate him, but anyway, yeah. It's like they started complaining because he made it very difficult for them to win. And I can admit, I complained too, but I never once tried to ban it from him, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that shit is, you know, because sometimes when me and him play, he'll kind of OD and he'll start using these OP ass characters who can do it, and it becomes very unfun for me because it's not even really fun anymore. It's like I'm battling some cheap ass shit, and it became annoying, you know. And even if you were able to beat him and get past his normal play with it, he does have his last resort where he brings out Kaguya, and she's basically like the meta queen in support combo glitch, you know, in support combo. Like this girl in her lava stage, a lot of players know you can't really block it. Her combos aren't blockable. Now the support combo, what it does, it makes you sub in one spot. So imagine just getting hit by this girl, subbing in one spot and not being able to block, you know, and you're getting stun locked. She does all three of these things, which is really what made the complaint even really start happening, because they didn't really care. People who was able to kind of get past his regular style, they didn't really see much to complain about unless they was getting fucked over. And naturally, a lot of people complain off assault. Like, that's why I said a lot of these players talk based off assaults and favoritism. Now, a lot of players, like I said, I said this to a lot of people before I even made the video. There's going to be a lot of people who will disagree with me because that's just the community. But like I said, I speak based off facts. Like, I never speak off my own personal, you know, appeal, like what I favor or anything. I sit back, I observe, and I've always been a real person. I always try to get in depth with things, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of these glitches are questionable, but again, it will always come down to since when was glitches a problem in meta. And the only reason this became a topic is because meta players started complaining about this a lot, and it just started to bug me, like, why are you guys complaining? You know what I'm saying? You guys been doing this for the longest, and so why is it a problem now? You know what I'm saying? And don't say because, you know, whatever reason you have to give, it's not meant to be in the game. That's not a good enough excuse. There's a lot of shit was not meant to be in the game. But, like I said, it's because of a certain player who kind of brought this adversity upon them. And, of course, it's not anything anybody would like. But yeah, this wasn't even gonna be a topic. Like I said, I was gonna talk about glitches in other videos, but not to really address it. But I just wanted to get a point across, you know what I'm saying? And I hope a lot of you understand what I was trying to say or where I'm coming from, because that shit really needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? I do want this game to be fixed and be patched, and like certainly some of these glitches are a great aspect in the game and can be used if actually implemented in the game. And I'll talk about how that actually can work in another video. But yeah, so that's all I really had to say. And every week, basically, I'll be having a different talk video. So, you know, stay tuned or whatever. Peace out.